Today I'm going to show you a few records that I've bought recently. First up, we've got From Bromley with Love. Plenty of post-punk posturing on this comp, which was released in 1981 on Alternative. Good efforts by Hepatitis Risk, Easter and the Totem, Acid Drops and Praxis, which all display an experimental edge. More straightforward power pop from Blueprint, Telligence and The Limit, while the Locusts' female vocalist appears to have stolen her singing style from Honey Bane. Cold Wave is represented by Burlesque with the exquisitely titled Collision of Sex. A second wave of Society's exiles after Bromley's first a few years previously proved to be just as interesting, if not so influential. Moving north now to Sheffield, the Bouquet of Steel comp came out on Aardvark, who hoovered up a fascinating collection of groups from jet-propelled punkers Repulsive Alien to mod revivalists The Negatives. What the little girl on the cover, clutching a few plastic flowers, could have made of it all, we can only wonder. More likely she was a devotee of the stock Aitken and Waterman ship factory, which darkened pop a few years later, than a champion of efforts by the Flying Alfonso Brothers, Artery, Musical Janines and other party games, Comsat Angels, Scarborough Antelopes, Disease, Vendino Pact and the Shy Tots. This was released on blue vinyl. Next up we have the Fascinators. The Fascinators was 5 testosterone-teased lads who like to endorse the myth that watching blue movies, the title of this single, makes you go blind. Maybe the blocking out of their eyes on the cover is meant to symbolise this. The record came out on Penthouse in 1981. I know they released at least one other record on Penthouse. We're off to Japan now to celebrate some quirky electronic pop released by the Plastics on Rough Trade. Both sides, Copy and Robot, are infectious tunes which hint at Deutsche Amerikanische Freundschaft and Devo. The cover shows our heroes as geeks with glasses who look hipper than they probably did 30 years ago. Next, a mini LP by the Mexican Spitfires, an Australian band named after a Mexican actress called Lupe Velez, which coincidentally is the name of their record. This is accomplished indie pop, all 6 tracks offer sumptuous hooks, and apparently it's quite hard to find these days. Came out on Red Eye Records in 1988. There is more unreleased material apparently. Next up, Sweden, for a piece of primal punk, at least on side 1. Smittad is a solid block of noise sung by Ms. Nobody, also the name of the band. In contrast, the B-side is a more thoughtful and tuneful effort called Ganya, which sounds more 82 than 79, which is when this was released. And finally, continuing on our world tour, we travelled back to the southern hemisphere to New Zealand, land of my father. The finest band to ever grace those 2 islands has to be the Chills. This is one of their earliest singles, Rolling Moon, released on Flying Nun in 1982. I love the way they can make noise merge into a melody. That's all for today.